told me that you love me.
Alright, we got a good one here. Let's see if I could do it though, that's the question. Here we go, 1.5 step bend. Okay. Key of D minor. Alright, not bad. Not bad. I got it. I mean, you know, as good as I'm gonna got it. That's a cool one, right? You gotta admit. A lot of emotion in that one. Okay, so let's go over it. Alright, folks. Battery died. So now I run my wire. I've got the tablet actually plugged in. But alright, we'll get through this. Let me explain it. So, alright, it's a minor blues. This is the tune I want to know. And Jimmy Johnson's playing rhythm guitar. And I gotta admit, I'm guilty like most guitarists. I've been spending most of the time I have figuring out these leads. And I neglect rhythm, right? We're all guilty of it, I guess. But anyway, so I know it's a minor blues. I can hear that it's a minor blues. So I play this D minor 7 chord. What is that? Well, it's quite simple, really. If you know your major bar chords, remember this chord? I'm sure you learned it, right? Okay? It's the inner strings. You're not playing the E strings. You're just playing the 4 inner ones. And you got 8, 10, 10, 10. It's an F major, by the way. That's an F major, right? This finger's barred along the D, G, and B strings, right? Okay. So now take this guy off. That's your root, right? The F. And instead, you're going to take your second finger and play on the E string 10th fret, which is D. And now it's a D minor 7 chord. How about that, right? Check it out. Listen to these different sounds. This is the F major. Sounds kind of bright and happy. Now we do the D minor 7. Isn't that something? That one note changes, the color kind of. It makes it sadder, right? Pretty chord, though. Listen to the major again. Very, happy. Love it. It's cool, too, but the minor, okay. And if you all know this theory and blah, 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 F major, in the key of F major, D is the relative minor. What does that even mean, right? Okay, so anyway, the notes are D, the root, C, the flat 7, F, the minor 3rd, and A, the 5th. There you go. Those are the notes. Now, what Jimmy Johnson did is much hipper, cooler, whatever you want to call it. And I intend to figure that stuff out too. Especially, I'm going to lay out these backing tracks. I got to learn the rhythms to these songs, no doubt. I know how to play bass, so I'm going to pick that up quick, the bass line. But I got to get, listening. Rhythm guitar is a whole course in itself, right? All right. So why am I getting into this? Just so you know, it's a minor blues, and I'm playing that just before I come in with. Because I pick it up on the 4 chord, right before the 4 chord, I should say. So, when to come in, very important, right? Where is he? Where is he actually in the 12 bars? And to know where and when to come in is like, it's essential, right? Sometimes once we know when to come in and once we're in, that's usually it, then we're sailing from there. But we got to know when to come in. So play this, right? And I come in on the 4. You know, I'm on it. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? That's where I'm coming in. Right before the 4 chord, which is also a minor 7. So we're going from D minor 7. Slow blues, folks. See that? So what he does is he plays the 5th. Flat 7. To the root. To the minor 3rd. Slides to the 4th. And then back, minor 3rd, root, root. Alright, so, again. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Then he follows with. Alright? Oop, watch that last one. But anyway, what's that? Very similar. 5th. Flat 7. Root. Minor 3rd. Slide to the major 3rd in a minor blues. Major 3rd. What the heck's going on here? And then he goes right back to the minor 3rd. And he hits the root. Okay? So what he's doing is he's throwing tension on it. You know, what is that note doing there? But it works, right? Let me think about this too. Okay, I think when he comes on, when he's, it's kind of on the up, and before you leave it too long and it sounds sour, he goes right. Oh, that sounded horrible. He slides back to that minor 3rd on the downbeat, nailing it. So it's almost like he teases you with this, but then he puts it right back in. You know, you're like you're up and you're about to fall off the cliff, but then he catches you with the minor 3rd, which is beautiful. You know, you're on this. Which is the flat 7 of the G minor 7 chord, right? Okay. See, so anyway, you don't have to think of all the theory of what this is in relation to that. I mean, that's nice, but right now when we're learning, we just want to get like the sounds and what we can feel, you know. We don't have to be, it's simpler for the mind to categorize it as D minor pentatonic. It's easier because now, that's the beauty of the blues, you know. You can take the D minor pentatonic and play it over the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord, right? And you'll really though, you'll always want to connect what you're feeling so that it's right. Because there's always ways where you could botch it and sound ridiculous. Just because those 5 notes work, you got to know how to make them work. You know, you still got to get what's in here coming out. So it's easy for the mind, I'm just saying, to categorize, just like we're categorizing these licks. You got to kind of understand, at least your brain could at least wrap around it to accept it and understand it. So you know where you're coming from, right? So what you're doing is you're using just the D minor pentatonic, and you're learning when to play certain notes over what the 1, the 4, or the 5 by what it feels, okay? Because if you feel it in here, it's gonna be right, you know. Just like it makes me think of I watched it with my kids, the Karate Kid, and they're trimming that bonsai tree. If you know, remember this scene, and Daniel asks, well, if I clip this and clip that, how do I know it's right? You know, Miyagi tells him, if you see in here, and in here, and in here, it's right. You know? So anyway, let's get on. So this isn't even the section, right? We're doing the one and a half step bend. But this is so cool, you gotta admit it, right? So this sets it up. So now, after that, okay, he goes minor third, sliding up to the fourth, and then back minor third, root, root. And it's not, I mean, you could do it, but there's something about it. When he did it, he kind of slurred or slowly. So you kind of hear the chromatic, you know. So like that. Do do do, like 1, 2, 3. Works like this too. I think when I played it, I admit, I think I went kind of rushed it, right? So anyway, after that, he goes, he plays, let me see, he plays our 1.5 step bend like a real wail, like a cry. It was like, help me, you know? So it's, kind of, you get there and then you start to release it. Okay? Then he goes, strikes the root twice. So you're there after. Whether you hit 2 or 3, you know, you feel it. Or then he goes to the minor third here, okay, on the E string, and then we're coming to the 5, and he plays. So he's playing 4th bend to 5th, a whole step bend, and then he goes. Let's see. We do it again, the 1.5 step bend. Okay, flat 7, root, 2 roots, then minor third, root, flat 7. Now this is nice because you're ending with that phrase with your first finger, and you're ready to grab that 4th with these 2 guys and bend it up to the 5th. Then you come 4th, minor third, 2 roots. Common move. Okay, let me get it again. Okay. So that's an exaggerated, you know. I don't know if he does it so much, but I did it, where you just bend from the root up to that minor third, and then you drop it right when it gets to the root. You strike it. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so it's the last part is another one. You see, let me think. It goes. Okay, so you do it again. You go flat 7, root, root, minor third, root, flat 7. Okay, and you drop it. So flat 7, root, root, root. Then you jump over to the other string. 5th, 2/5, 2/5, a flat 5, and then the 4th. See? Gotta remember here. So it goes 2/5, flat 5, 4th, minor third, 4th, minor third. Then you slide from the flat 5 to the 4th, minor third, root, and then flat 7. Nice how he ends it there. I know I'm in a little rush here. I'm nervous because we got to get to a show. We're going to go see a Fleetwood Mac cover band. How about that, folks? Should be pretty cool. All right, so anyway, yeah, so that's, it's a great, I mean, what could I say? The guy's a master, you know? I'm just trying to get it. But anyway, there you go. I hope that helps, you know, breaking it down a little bit. And we'll move to the next one. We only got a couple of these, really. The 1.5 step bend was a rare thing that he did, but it's definitely cool, you know. How could you deny?